in moments on Hisense Arena. Two-time runner-up Andy Murray now has the services of Ivan Lendl to finally get him over that Grand Slam hump. And, of course, Ryan Harrison. He seems to love the big stage. It doesn't get any bigger than this at the Australian Open this evening. With the call, let's go out to the court. Jeff Masters and Roger Rashid.
Got agitated. I don't think that will happen, especially in the early rounds. Well, let's see the heat of the battle, the back end of the tournament, because it's very hard to sort of just close off. But I just think that that can be an instant little impact.
Yeah, look, that was pretty noticeable in Brisbane, to be honest with you, because Andy Murray, the first couple of rounds up there, was a little out of sorts and quite demonstrative, shall we say, on court until he made his way through to the semi-final stage and Ivan Lendl arrived, and from there on Murray was very much all business and emotionally was a lot more settled. So I think that goes to the heart of exactly what you were referring to. So I guess the question is, Roger, is he ready? Murray is you know, everyone seems to think he's got the game to win a Grand Slam. Is this his best chance here on this surface? Is it too soon? What do you think?
Well, I don't think it's too soon, and he's definitely got the game. He's had the game, I think, for a few years. I think that mental side of it's the real area that he will be working on. I'm sure, you know, if he analyses himself, he's very honest, Andy, about what he needs, and he's very determined. Now, if you look at the measures of determination, I think Novak, when he had Roger and Rafa at the top, was very much determined to finally step up and join them, and he did everything, and he continued to do everything, and his one goal was, hey, I'm not getting left behind here, I need to come up and join them. So he was ticking every single box. I think Andy's wants to do that and willing to do that, and now join the three of them. Does he win it here? Well, you've got to beat some good players. He's got to beat Djokovic, who I think's the favourite for sure. He had majority, Jeff, of he basically retired on the season after the US Open. He just said, I'm on holidays, thanks very much, and turned up to his Davis Cup tie. So he's about as fresh as any of the players, I think, on the tour. Roger finished well, obviously. Andy finished well, except for the Masters Cup, so he didn't get to play that, but had a good back end of the season, especially through Asia. And Rafa probably finished the more tired out of the whole lot. So, you know, and Novak has shown straight away hasn't played tournament until here, but just hit the ball purely in Abu Dhabi in an exhibition, was thumping the opposition. So
umpire Bernardi's calling time on the 5-minute warm-up and asking the players to prepare to play. Murray wanting to have an extra serve or two.
What are you thinking here? 3, 4 sets? Has Ryan Harrison got a set in him?
Look, he's got a set.
He might have 3, we're not sure, but
he could do. He's an interesting prospect. Obviously, in the United States, they're looking for the next major star to come, because Andy Roddick, it would seem, is getting towards the end of his career. Marty Fish is now the #1 ranked American, and he's taken a while to reach that stage. So it's players like Ryan Harrison that are the hope of the US as far as the next group to come through. But a big test for young Harrison here today against Murray, who's clearly prepared well for this event. Big occasion, so we'll just see how the young man handles things. So first round action here at the Australian Open, day 2. Big crowd here on Hisense Arena. Very much looking forward to this contest. Andy Murray, very much the favourite here against the 19-year-old Ryan Harrison from the United States. Murray to get us underway.
Ready.
It's a great start. Pump of the fist from Harrison. And going after his shots, and I think that's what he's going to have to do. When it's there, just get after it. That would probably be the difference for him to make a break in this match, like get involved in this match, if he's prepared to pull the trigger.
15 all. Thirty, 15. Ball to 15.
Gave that smash a bit of a hurry up, didn't he? Could have put that anywhere.
Perhaps trying to make a statement early on to his younger opponent.
Okay, Murray.
Good opening game there from Murray.
First game.
He's quite keen to come forward to the net, Ryan Harrison. He's got a big serve and likes to serve volley quite frequently. And conditions today, they're hot, Roger, and when they're hot, normally a little bit quicker as we have a look at the Andy Murray fan club, or part of it.
Well, they are. They're quicker, the ball flies through the air.
Ryan Harrison just
On a foot, really. Sometimes it can be quite hard to control for players. He's got good wheels, Ryan Harrison. He covers the court well. Very desperate about
15 long.
making that ball too when he gets on the full stretch. So he will fight every single point. He'll give his all to every single point.
He lost first round to Marcus Baghdatis in Brisbane.
And that's the sort of point Andy Murray will want to play and will be happy to play, because
15 all.
he'll turn it into a bit of a physical battle, and Ryan Harrison doesn't want to be doing that power movement continuously. There's over 5 sets. Jeff, as you know, that's just going to be too taxing on a day like today.
Yeah, projected to get to around 35 degrees here in Melbourne, and on these enclosed, surrounded courts, probably a little hotter.
He likes doing this, doesn't he? He likes hitting a ball, hitting it off and coming forward and finishing off the net. Very much an American hard court style of technique, where a lot of the kids are brought up. A lot of college players play very similar. And I like to see it. I think it's you know, we went to a phase in the game where it was just very robotic across the back of the court, and almost like anybody could be a player, because there wasn't too much science to it. Now I think the wheel is slowly turning.
Initially spent the early part of his career in Texas. Did Harrison. So off the back of some good serving there, 200k an hour, that last serve out wide. That's pretty handy. 1-1.
1 game all.
You know, we saw that the ball hit the Kia sign there. Now, if that hits that sign and flicks over, because it is protruding from the net, is it in or not?
That's a good question. Very good question. I would have to assume it is.
Below 15.
I like that look from Andy. I think that's one thing Ivan will definitely make him work on, is being a lot more physical with his forehand side. He has been, you know, he can get into that sort of rolling mentality off his forehand side, especially just hitting it cross court. I think Ivan for sure will make him get proactive with it.
Andy Murray's chance to go at the right center line. The ball's going down.
It's funny, isn't it? You can go up to the line, dissect it, have a look at the bounces, and then...
Yeah. It's in by 3 millimeters, but that's all that's required. So a good challenge from Murray.
15 over.
So that's where it's going to be tough, because you see there, Andy Murray can do this all day long. He can absorb the pace. He stands there. He can brick wall you, and then so Ryan Harrison goes, I need to keep. He's throwing heavy blows, isn't he? Already we can see he's throwing some big blows. It's not an easy way to play the game.
Ryan Harrison's chance to go at the left corner line. The ball's gone down.
It's probably just a challenge through frustration, really, because he had the ball there, did the right thing, went after it, had to hit the winner. What's your eyesight say, Jeff?
Yeah, I thought it was wide. Yeah.
Stands
Yeah.
40, 15.
As you said, a little more frustration than anything,
Ryan
but
Harrison has 2 chances to win.
yeah, sometimes you go for more because you're worried about Murray's speed.
Well, it's a good rally here. You get to see the flight of both players. That was a beautiful ball there. Open the court, and this was even better. He ripped that one. You can see the pace through the air, courtesy of the conditions today. Warm weather. I wouldn't say warm, probably hot weather.
Yeah, it's summer in Australia. That's what you would expect. And Roger, there's 2 areas for me. You mentioned the forehand. I think the second serve's another issue for Murray. That was a very poor second serve, 117 kilometres an hour in the middle of the box, and Harrison took full told, and this one's not coming back.
Well, you're absolutely 100% right. That second serve is just it's a middle of the box serve, and it's a middle of the box serve all the time. So that's one area, and that's why he sort of suffers it, I think, at the back end of the Grand Slams, maybe against the other best 3 players in the world.
Game, Murray.
Bit of a struggle, but holds on. 2-1 Murray, opening set.
Murray leads by 2-1 first set.
Gets a little predictable, cross-court rolls at the down-the-line forehand. Surely has to get better, I think, if he's to take that next step and again the second serve.
Yeah, you know, the serve, I mean, when Murat Safin played, Murat always was serving backhand. He just served backhand the whole time, but it had a bit more bite and bounce. But here he's, with Andy, it actually doesn't have, he sort of slides it, and it sort of sits in the pocket for the guys to really unload on, and you can be sitting and waiting for it.
So plenty of fans here on Hisense Arena. And Murray's got plenty of fans as well wherever he goes. Looking forward to an interesting contest here today, I think, potentially. Ryan Harrison, a very competitive, feisty young man who's got some serious ambitions. I wish he was wearing a hat, though. It's very warm here, and I think the sun beating down over 2, 3 or potentially 4 hours will take its toll.
Love 15.
As mentioned earlier, he started his tennis life in a sense at the John Newcomb Academy in just outside of Austin, Texas, where his dad Pat was one of the coaches there, and the last couple of years though he's moved to Bradenton, Florida.
Good play there. I went there also for a year, Jeff, to Newc's Tennis Ranch, and about 30 minutes out of San Antonio, and New Braunfels was a great environment when I was 15 years of age. Here's a finish from Ryan Harrison, and I loved it. I thought it was just a great atmosphere. A lot of guys there playing away. You play all day, go to school. It's the American system. It's a pretty good system. They have a place to go after post juniors. And what I mean by that is, how good would it be if we had a college system to play tennis, and where the guys that can't quite make it on the tour, they can, you know, they can go and get there, they can be educated, play that intense college system. Then if they can come through, great. But if not, they're getting something at the end of it, which could potentially give them a job. Whereas we tend to have nothing post juniors, and you either sink or swim. And well, we know most people sink, don't they? It's not that easy to make.
It's a tough career choice. Immense worldwide competition.
Normally it's like this. Yeah, it's like this. 40, 30.
Nice change-up serve there from Harrison.
2 games all.
He has the ability to hit a good slice, as he did the previous court, wide to the forehand. And there, just the reverse, a kicker to the backhand. Look how it jumps.
It's a handy kicker, isn't it, Jeff?
Yeah, impressive.
Hits it with a lot of energy. Just and it's a good start. It was a start we were wanting from Harrison. We wanted him to jump out of the blocks, be competitive, get his, find his feet, and he's always ready. So and that's what I like about the young man. He's ready to play. He wants to compete.
Ryan Harrison's challenge the call. At the right parcel line, the ball scored out.
Probably worth a challenge. He's at love 15. It looked pretty close. It's the farthest line from umpire Bernardi, so he's not going to get involved. Yeah, it's just touched the line, so the point to be replayed.
Replay the points. Love 15. Love 13.
A couple of doubles.
Two ordinary doubles, 119 kilometres an hour, very much in the middle of the net. If you're going to miss it, normally a good player is looking to go for depth, and they'd miss it long. So that was 2 second serves there that are confidence sapping.
Love Bolton.
He really drew this error, Harrison, to be honest with you, because he took off very quickly into the corner, and Murray, just hurrying the shot, went for too much. So love 40.
Bolton.
Good point. Started off with the serve.
13 Bolton.
That ball there out wide, knowing that he's going to get that chip return, and then just dictated from that point on. That's what the best players in the world do. They leave it, they make sure it's on their racket on the break points.
Early break, going the way of the American. 3-2.
Harrison leads by 3 games to 2. First set.
So a couple of double faults early on. See the ice towel draped over the neck of Andy Murray. We've mentioned it's a hot day here in Melbourne.
Time.
Andy Murray preparing himself for what may potentially be quite a long afternoon.
Well, I like the way players do that as well from the start, because you do have to assume that there's a chance he could be there for 4 hours, like Bernard Tomic was just over 4 hours yesterday. So you better get ready, because you don't know when the cooling can keep your body. But what a great start, very impressive. You can see why the Americans, Jeff, are pretty excited by Ryan Harrison, can't you? He's got a good at 18 he's 19, 19.
Yep.
He's got a good head on his shoulders.
Love 15.
Not sure he needed to open up with a double though. He went for that a bit, didn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't hold back. He plays very positive tennis.
Love 13.
Well, just what you don't need when you've broken serve. Starts off with a double and then a very poor miss on a short forehand.
Well, we won't be happy with that, Andy. It's his backhand
15,
side.
13.
And he's generally very comfortable on that side on the standard shot. You would think he's just going to try and make a lot of balls here and see if Ryan Harrison can give him another opportunity. Wow, that's good. Good tennis. Very high quality from Harrison. And Andy just telling his box to shh. That was a shush to the box. Definitely, but here it is from the roof. And have a look. So used all the court. Harrison was the one who actually made the play. You see on both those shots there. Good defense from Ryan Harrison. And that's his... Got good energy, hasn't he?
Yeah, very positive reaction. Long rally. And a very quick serve, 214 kilometres an hour.
14, 13.
And those long rallies, if you do win those against someone who likes to rally like Andy Murray, that gets to them. You know, they don't like losing their main, what they're good at. Standing a long way back, Murray. Wow. And Jeff, you saw Andy Murray in Brisbane. When he decides to turn up the heat and be very proactive with the ball and dictate terms, he's very dangerous. Sometimes you don't have a lot to say about what goes on the court.
Yeah, as you mentioned, he's a long way back to return serve off the first serve. Then on that second serve, he stepped right in, hit a very aggressive return, took control of the point. So he's capable of playing very aggressive, positive tennis, depending on the mindset.
Big game here for Harrison. Well, he won the point.
Advantage in Harrison.
And it was courtesy for Ryan Harrison knowing where Andy Murray goes on the pass. So here's this ball here down the line. Andy Murray's got a set hit. He goes cross court 99% of the time. Harrison was naturally moving into that space.
He still had to make what was a difficult shot, so credit to him. It was an outstanding drop volley, and with it, he's got a game point for a 4-2 lead. And he's done just that off the back of a good kick serve and a good comeback from Love 30.
Harrison leads by 4 games to 2%.
So in hot conditions as well, getting away to a first set lead can be very important.
Love 15.
Well, they got the right attitude though, don't they? I just think if you're a player, and you've got fast movement like Ryan Harrison, you jump around all those serves on that backhand side. You're going to get your main shot. Have a go at it. Well, it's a bit loose mentally from Andy. So Andy Murray at the moment is going through just a little stage in his mind because that ball was in. Generally, he would cover that and play that ball back, but he went for a flat winner cross court. At 15-all, when he's down a break, he would normally play more of a safety type play.
Lat for service.
Challenge. Imagine if could you challenge a let? You
No.
couldn't do it. No. It'd be good, wouldn't it?
It'd be interesting. Well, there's a little device on the top of the net that reacts in the umpire's chair if it is deemed to have hit the net, so you can't argue with the machine, I guess. Well, another very good return and courageous, but at the right moment. 15-30, 2-4. Had the self-belief that he could go after the second serve and be rewarded, so a real opportunity here for the young American. Chance for double break. Poor choice from Murray. Signs of panic. Harrison, double break, 5-2.
Harrison leads by 5 games to 2%.
Well, it's been a good start, Roger, from Harrison. He's clearly come out with a plan to attack the Murray second serve, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, look, it has, and it's been very impressive. We knew he was going to compete. We knew he hits a lot of balls back. He does the work. He travels and covers the court extremely well. But he's played very strong, limited unforced errors, And what he's actually done is every time he's had to be pushed wide, he's got that next ball back. So he's actually asked Andy Murray another question. And that generally doesn't happen a lot. You know, normally Murray's asking the opposition those sort of questions. So very impressive at the start. Still early days, Grand Slam.
So Ryan Harrison, who didn't have such a great start to the season, losing in Brisbane early and also in Auckland, but certainly on fire here with a good start. 2 breaks against the number 4 seed, number 4 in the world. Pretty impressive.
Really enjoyed watching what he's doing. He's now got the ice around the neck. He's got eating the banana, so he's fueling up. Takes his set. It hasn't been a long set, 33 minutes, so it's might get to the 40-minute mark potentially. Not overly taxing for both players, but to take this set will give him a big opportunity.
Well, big opportunity serving at 5-2, new balls.
15.
Serving at 70%,
15.
Jeff, and he's got a very accurate serve, and he used that as one of his weapons, so that's a very good statistics in the first set. Andy Murray, on the other hand, is down at 50%. Now, he does hover down there a lot of times during the course of the year, but it's a big part of his game that he has improved on the first serve. Back end of the year was more in the mid to high 60s. This is where it will get tough. So you got to choose your moments and how you actually make your way forward to the net. Because if Murray gets an opportunity, this ball here came short, so he had to come forward. He's going to make you pay for it. It's worth a challenge at 5-2.
Well, just over pressing on the second serve, Harrison. Both players have committed 2 double faults.
Again, Murray.
Well, come on from Murray as Harrison just rushes things perhaps a little.
Harrison leads by 5 games to 3. Lot 15.
It's good to see Harrison use the slice as well. He's not afraid to use that shot.
And I think slicing it down the line to the Murray forehand's a good play. Sitting low, he's almost certainly going to go back cross-court or attempt to, so you can sit on his next shot rather comfortably.
all. Thirty, 15. Forty, 15.
It's a couple of times now Andy Murray's gone out wide to the forehand and just retired on the shot. It's interesting, isn't it? It's a weird look, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not his normal MO, as you said. He'd normally be quite happy to hit it back with a little height, bit of spin, recover, use his speed to get back into the point, but wasn't prepared to do so there.
I know where I'd be going. At the moment, he's tapping his legs there, saying, "What's going on?"
Deuce.
It couldn't be an issue right now, because they're 39 minutes in. I wouldn't have thought, but he hasn't done super heavy loading up on that side.
I think it's a bit
It's a way
Andy
of,
Murray-ish.
yeah. I think it's his way of saying, "Damn it."
Advantage to Murray.
There's Van Lendl. Doesn't look like a happy Van Lendl, does it? First round, still got concern. Did he played a bit like that, didn't he? Did he have that bit look?
Yeah, yeah, he was solemn, shall we say, and all business.
Advantage to Murray.
Couple of quick serves this game from Andy Murray, perhaps at his upper end, 212 kilometres an hour. Good.
Wow.
Deuce.
Ryan Harrison doing a lot of work, and from way back there he crushes the ball down the line. Generally, players would try and get that ball cross court. That's where Andy Murray was leaning. Youthful 19, Jeff. That's what it's about, isn't it?
Yep.
He's got a lot of
exuberance.
Yeah.
Yep.
Again, it pulls Murray up, winning the long rally. The extended rally at the moment has been won by the young American.
Well, he has exuberance, but he has patience. It was real maturity, and with it, he's earned himself a set point. Ace number 3 coming at a most opportune moment. You can see the points. One on first serve.
Points won in over 10 shots.
All right.
6 to Harrison, 3 to Murray. I think it's interesting. Harrison wins another extended, so let's say it's 7-3 in favour of Ryan Harrison with points won over 10 shots. So extended rally is definitely going his way. I'm not sure if he's looking at Andy Murray after that point, because Andy Murray again was labouring, wasn't it, on that side?
Well, he certainly gives you that impression he is.
It'd be good to just have a little sneaky look. I'm not sure. He may get a glance over there.
So for the second time, Harrison with a set point.
Deuce.
It's a good serve, good finish from Murray to square it all up. Be interesting to see how much distance both these players have covered. I would say Harrison's covered quite a bit more distance there.
Long game. Important game.
Well, if you're Harrison, imagine holding out here and coming around serving for the second set after you've just taken the first set off the world number 4. Would have been a little bonus, wouldn't it?
Andy Murray holds on. So in a moment, Harrison will attempt to serve for the second time for this first set.
Harrison leads by 5 games to 4 first set.
Taking on Paolo Lorenzi. A year ago, Djokovic came to Melbourne ranked number 3 with 1 Grand Slam to his name. Now he's number 1 with 3 more majors.
A very interesting game.
And Djokovic, too much today. Takes the first set 6-2. And there will be no more games for the Italian. Second set, now 4-2. And check the movement for Novak Djokovic. looking really sharp at the net. Good little stutter step there, and then the perfect stab volley. Takes the second set by a bagel, 6-love. We go to set 3, and a win here would make Djokovic the 5th man to win 3 straight Grand Slam singles titles. Of course, he won.
Scotland brave. He's been brave so far, Murray. Against a fired-up young American who's now got the acid test, Roger, for the second time attempting to serve for the set. The heart rate will be up.
Definitely will be. Look, had one chance at it. Didn't make it. Wasn't a good fist to that one. He didn't really play a complete game. Andy Murray didn't really earn that first break, so here's his chance to sort of take care of business and put this first set away. Definitely deserves the first set. Definitely being the better player.
Thank you.
So here we go. 5-4.
15 love.
That was a better serve there. Just concentrated on getting that in the right spot. 186. Likes to spread his opposition on the serve with the first ball. Hasn't really done too much general rally slicing unless it's been a short ball from Murray. That time that was just off a normal backhand. So it's hard, isn't it? People think it's pretty easy. Why doesn't he just go around and hold his serve like the other times? But you start to analyse it a little bit more. The finish line's there all the time. That's good. That's impressive.
Well,
here's some great vision here watching it from the rooftop. But Ryan Harrison, this is the most impressive I've seen him play since he's been on tour. That would have hurt. 41 shots.
Yeah, extraordinary. That would have hurt Murray a lot more.
He's got beautiful control out of here, isn't he? With the ball.
Big second serve on the line.
4-15.
So, 51 minutes. They've been on court a while, and certainly there'll be some concern there in Coach Lendl. 2 more set points, this time on serve for Harrison. He's got him. First set to Harrison, very impressive. 6-4.
Welcome back in studio. Steve Weissman with you here. A huge upset in that first set. Ryan Harrison taking the first set over Andy Murray. He had 12 winners in that first set and less unforced errors. Ivan Lendl, certainly not a pleased coach for Andy Murray right now, but Lendl liked to play long matches, and Murray will have to do the same. We've seen some of the top-ranked players lose a first set and then come back to win. We'll see if the 19-year-old young American can keep it up and pull out the biggest upset of his career. Some matches going on earlier today. The top seed, Novak Djokovic, looking to defend his title in Melbourne. Remember, a year ago he came to Australia ranked number 3 in the world with 1 Grand Slam to his name. Now he's number 1 with 3 more majors, and the Italian Paolo Lorenzi really no match for the Serbian, as the ground strokes just too much for Djokovic. Check out the backhand. Takes the first set 6-2, and that would actually be the best that Lorenzi would play all match long. In the second set, it is 4-love. And look out the movement for Novak Djokovic coming into the net. You see the little stutter step, and then he actually volleyed quite well today. Takes the second set 6-love. And by the time we get to the third set, Djokovic just playing for the fans. More fans coming at day 1 at Australia than anyone else any other year here. And check out the between-the-legs shot. Don't try this at home. We got to see it one more time. A win here would make Djokovic the 5th man to win 3 straight Grand Slam singles titles. Of course, he won Wimbledon, the U.S. Open, and that'll be the signature shot of the match for Djokovic. And once again, the touch at net, so soft. Won the last 17 games of this match. Djokovic, 6-2, 6-love, 6-love. Going to face Santiago Geraldo in the second round, looking to once again repeat here in Melbourne. Last year, it started an incredible run for Novak Djokovic as he took the title in Australia and then won, of course, Wimbledon and the U.S. Open. A look at his draw, and, well, not a lot there. Andy Roddick plays later tonight. They could meet in the 4th round. And, of course, Radek-Stepanek, that could be a 3rd-round matchup for Djokovic, as he doesn't meet another ranked player until the 3rd round. The young Canadian as well in the mix for Novak Djokovic. Let's go back to the action at Hisense and see if Ryan Harrison can take another set from Andy Murray. About to start the second set.
Change the momentum, perhaps. And it's a little way away, the access to toilet breaks from Hisense Arena. First serve points won. Andy Murray serve stats. You can see the success he's had when serving down the centre tee to the second court. He's used that serve pretty effectively. And likewise to the first court, he's more often than not gone down the centre tee. So he hits that serve with a little bit of slide and slice. Harrison, by comparison, he's mixed up the serve to the second court a little bit more, but equally quite happy to go to the Murray forehand on the second court, or the ad court if you will. But he's had good depth and a much better service percentage, Harrison. As Murray returns.
Looks like it was only a toilet
Time.
break. And look, he served well, Ryan Harrison, but what he's actually done is that next shot, he's actually hit it with a bit of authority into a good part of the court. So he's trying to make something happen. But equally as important, he's got a really good defence mechanism, courtesy of his legs. You know, he covers the court really well. He's had to do some heavy loaded work. And 55 minutes in, you would assume that you would think now if this match is to go to the distance to 4 sets for, say, Murray is to win in 4 sets, or one of these players. We're looking at a 3.5-hour match, possibly now. Potentially.
So Andy Murray with plenty to think about here. He's lost the first set. And in a sense, it was taken away from him. Ryan Harrison, the better player, so let's see if Murray can lift.
I feel like this is a big game for both players, really. Harrison to just keep doing what he's doing. Wow. That's very good.
Love 15.
There's a man very confident at the moment. Saw the ball. You know, they've obviously discussed it. You know, once they get the looping ball, just stepped in and actually hit a winner. Ripping shot. That was a distance covered by both players. Pretty close. This time Murray winning the extended rally, but
15 all.
Jeff, what he's been able to do, Ryan Harrison, has turned that, you know, Murray hit that really fading ball down the line early in that rally, and he was able to come up with a quality shot from that and stay in the rally and extend it. It's nice up here, but it'd be taking its toll a little bit down there as well.
Yeah, it's hard work on a very hot day. Given that conditions are difficult, very important from Murray's point of view that he gets this set. That will be very much on his mind to go down 2 sets to love. And this sort of heat will be very challenging.
Ball to 15. Okay, Murray.
So a couple of wayward ground strokes there in the opening game of the second from Harrison.
First game, second set.
Certainly no signs of panic at the moment, Roger, from Murray. His temperament at this point seemingly under control.
Yeah, look, he's been here in this position before. There's been quite a few Grand Slams where he's dropped the set. 2 sets to love at the US Open against Robin Hassel from the Netherlands. Looked all out of sorts. Looked like he was in all sorts of strife. Was able to turn that around on a warm day as well. So he's such a competitor, and he knows that, you know, you've got to play like that for a long period of time. Give me a look in, and I'll get involved. It's the only time he can get into trouble, Andy Murray, is if he started to get down on himself. But right now, I don't see that happening. Can Ryan Harrison keep this type of form up for another 2.5 hours? 3 hours.
We're certainly winning the count of outright winners, 14-9 at the moment.
Well, it's a talented shot from Andy Murray, this short one. It's not that easy. People think, oh, this is an easy shot, but he flicked it off his hip and didn't have a lot of room to work with down that line. again,
Ball to 15.
fantastic effort from Harrison to get that ball back. Great lesson. And it's just because he has a real appetite for the game, appetite for competing. He would have got a dozen of those back so far in this match.
Ryan Harrison.
Terrific sliding serve. He's mixed up his serve very well.
1 game all. Love 15.
Not sure about Parsons coming in on the forehand side. That sort of gives your opposition right here. Hitting this to the forehand side gives your opposition a chance to swing like that. Very hard to do it off the backhand side. Good reply though, straight at the toes. Big point. Good net coverage.
15.
But just a quality point because Harrison made Andy Murray. That's a great approach from Murray. Went for the pass. Harrison had the lob. The lob was there. High quality tennis, Jeff, really.
Yeah, he did well defensively there, Harrison. Had a chance ultimately to come up with a pass, but Murray picked it. It's good tennis.
To 15.
Well, Murray has a gear that he can go to where he can come forward and actually start serve volleying, can move forward, finish off the play at the net, but he's got sound volleys. Sometimes he doesn't quite punch it, he doesn't stick it enough, but he can actually change the flow of the game through that vehicle. Been in 3 times. That's going for it, isn't it?
Well, that is.
It was close. I mean, he had a little chance.
I'm not sure whether it was really worth the effort. He had virtually no chance after this next shot. This is a terrific hustle, but no chance here. But
29, almost 30, 29.2 metres run by Harrison in that rally there. It's clocking up some yards.
Caught on the boundary, so Murray upping the ante. We're on serve, 2-1, second set.
Murray leads by 2 games to 1, second set.
Working very hard, Ryan Harrison. And rewarded with the first set. The quality, the first 3 games of the second has been very high. Murray, as Roger suggested, just upping the ante a little, coming forward to the net. And Harrison may need to remember that Murray's perhaps got pretty close to the net.
Time.
So quite a hush, in a sense, over this Hisense Arena crowd. They're really enjoying this contest. Andy Murray, the number 4 seed, and great expectations of his potential performance here in Australia. He's been out here in readiness for this for some weeks. And, it's been hard work out there. The winners not dissimilar, unforced errors not dissimilar, and total points pretty close as well. But the bottom line is Harrison has the first set tucked away, and we're on serve in the second.
So what we're looking for here is to see whether, when a dip might come, where not the wheels fall off, but just the concentration, because Murray's used to playing high level intensity tennis for a long period of time, courtesy of where he's ranked. Means he's winning a lot of matches, obviously playing the bigger moments more often. And I think the younger players and the players coming through at a lower level they're not quite engaged as long.
Well, this may be the moment, as you suggested. Opens up with a double fault and then a mistimed backhand. So it's just the moment where Murray strikes.
Grabbing his hands. What do you think, Jeff? You think that's just a Murrayism?
Well, you don't know, do you? Certainly there was plenty of that in Brisbane a couple of weeks ago in the early rounds, and he tends to be rather demonstrative with potential little niggles or something that happens. There's a big point, though.
It's a huge point.
Oh, that's outstanding. I think it's just part and parcel, though, Roger, of him having done his homework. He's sitting on that cross-court forehand of Murray, and as soon as it comes and is a fraction short, Harrison's all over it and thumping it down the line.
I think you're right. Doing your homework, being courageous enough to see it and deliver it as well. Again, going big on the second serve. 30 all. Careful. Went big then again. 168. Just hit about 3 backhands now, hasn't he? Off the frame.
Yeah, just didn't get his feet in the right position there through, for whatever reason. Is he slowing down? Don't think so, but certainly the feet went to the pitch of the ball. So break point now for Murray. Oh!
Well, he won't like that.
Deuce.
Murray keeping good control there. Not sure about the drop shot, but he had a good, calm peace of mind as well to cover that drop shot as well. Put himself at the net in a good position, at least cover the whole net.
Oh, worth a challenge, I think, this one. Goodness.
Well, surely you're going to challenge that, aren't you?
Well,
Surely.
unless in his own mind he felt certain it was out, but
Almost looked like it was a half call from the umpire.
right, so Murray for the second time, break point.
Did he go big here with the second serve? Wow, that's pretty impressive. In fact, that's very impressive.
Deuce.
Ryan Harrison at the moment he's playing top 10 tennis. There's no doubt about that. He's very calm in the big moments, and he's happy to go for his shots when the ball's there to be hit.
So he's looking for his first win over a top 10 player. Highest ranked player he's defeated is Viktor Troicki, world number 16 at the time.
Again, winning the long rally. Being stretched out wide, able to get that ball back.
And Roger, I think as well, when Murray's done that and he's forced Harrison to defend, the next forehand is not big enough.
No, yeah, you're right.
He's just not hurting.
It becomes a rally ball again, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
Deuce.
Wasn't a bad option. Good second serve. It was in the hitting zone of Andy Murray, but still he hadn't served a second serve before as a serve volley point for a long time.
Now, I agree. It was a good strategy. Probably disappointed that it didn't make the volley. It only had to be made because Murray was out of court and certainly not expecting that play.
And Morris challenge the court, the left service line, the ball scored again.
I sort of felt the same looking at it. Murray's reaction was a little late, and that's why he thought that was out. Just how did the umpire not pick that one up?
Yeah, it was clear cut, wasn't it?
Anthony Harrison.
And the important thing for Harrison here, when you look at this and you look at the match, you want to stay. You've got to stay even through this set, don't you? You've got to get to the back end of this set, be tight. You're a set up. You're the underdog. Murray's a favourite. All of a sudden, you don't play with as much natural feel, do you? As far as you're not relaxed for Murray.
He needs to lob.
Yep.
Harrison.
Deuce.
Easy to say when we're sitting here, but on many occasions he's got to notice how tight Murray gets to the net, and he'll keep doing that unless there's a reason for him not to, and that means you've just got to throw up the odd lob, push the net player back a little. Got him.
Andy Murray.
Well, it's a great shot. Good play, too, from Harrison here. Probably didn't get the stick on it. You see there, it was a short, and that was 119 kilometres an hour, that pass. Good bit of flight, but it was a bit of a short approach, that's all. That was the only thing. He missed it by about 3 or 4 feet on the hit.
Come on there from Andy Murray, working overtime, secures the break of serve that he so desperately wanted.
Released by 3 games to 1.
Well, it was a big break, wasn't it? Because he fought hard, Andy Murray, and Ryan Harrison was holding on, had opportunities. And sometimes when you play one of the favourites that's behind, really important to just finally get that little breakthrough. I think we might see a little different Andy Murray here in this game.
Love. Third love.
Just the sort of game Andy Murray was hoping for, having secured the break just 1 game earlier. 4-1 now, second set.
Released by 4 games to 1.
So 4-1 for Murray sounds like a healthy lead, but in reality it's just the one service break. Harrison hasn't done too much wrong. It took a mighty effort from Murray to break in Harrison's previous service game, and he's been very patient, Murray, perhaps just waiting for Harrison to go off the boil just a little. And his demeanour, Murray, would have pleased his fans.
And you would have think he's come off his edge a little. No doubt about that. Not much, but against this type of player, Murray, he continually will ask you questions. He won't just sort of hand you a... You got to earn a set, you got to earn the next game, you got to continually earn every point. So the best players challenge you to compete mentally with them for a long period of the match. You got to be there every single point. Maybe he's having a little, you know, you'll come in physically a little bit in and out. He's always covered a lot of territory, Ryan Harrison.
all.
Smoking backhand. Great return from Murray. I love the off backhand on the forehand side.
30-15.
But this finish from Ryan Harrison, he's played about 4 of these already in this match. Good strength from there.
Yeah, it was a terrific shot, but again, was the Murray forehand big enough? I'm not sure that it was.
Left. First service.
The last game before the balls had changed, so the ball's becoming a little heavier, a little fluffier, and Harrison wanting the quickest. Awesome.
Ball 15.
Good hold, he needed that.
Release by 4 games to 2.
A couple of big ground strokes and a big serve, and you're quite right. Made a statement there, Harrison, that says, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still full of running and energy. Bring it on.
Yeah, well, he had to sort of just check in, didn't he? Just stay with this set. We saw 2 really awful double faults back to back.
Yeah, in the fifth game when he ultimately lost serve. 5th game of the first set, that is.
It's a big serve out wide, 201.
15 all. 30-15.
Really good change-up serve here from Murray. Look at this kick. Take Harrison way out of court.
Game Murray.
So Murray making good use of the new balls. 5-2 he leads, second set.
Time.
So we've had 90 minutes of high-quality tennis here on Hisense Arena. First set going the way of the young American Ryan Harrison in 51 minutes. And just one service break here in the second. That going the way of Murray in the fourth game. It was a long game. And it took something special from Murray to achieve the break, and since then he's been able to maintain that one break advantage. So Harrison now serving at 2-5.
Good feel.
Okay. 15 round.
Clive Bernardi's asking Murray, is he okay after this run? He winced again. Just there.
Just turned to fraction, didn't it?
Yep.
Not much to worry about, I wouldn't have thought.
Got those ankles heavily strapped.
Gee, I love the use of the kick serve. It's a natural kick serve for him too. He gets it to bounce out there.
30 long.
Makes Murray go with the one hand. Very effective.
Ball to love. Harrison.
An impressive hold there from Harrison.
Or released by 5 games of the rule.
So Murray going to attempt here to level things up.
Yeah, look at it, 5-3. Murray looks for serving for the set, but Just that there were a couple of points there, weren't they, in the Harrison service game, which lost him that service game. I think Murray earned it as well. That was when a few ads gained points on the Harrison racket.
15 long.
Wow, it's a short second serve, isn't it? It's just sitting there, and that's where I think Djokovic takes advantage.
No question about it. He's one of the best, if not the best, returners of serve in the game, Djokovic. And if you're going to put in those sorts of second serves, you're going to be very much on the defensive. So Harrison doing the right thing, looking to attack. Just a little deep.
Numerous Chanzikov at the right corner line. The ball was
Well, I think it moved wide at the end there, and Harrison did a good job. He snuck in, and Andy saw him at the very last minute. And Murray trying to change his shot and actually moving it even closer to the line. That caused the ball to move out.
We think. And indeed it is out. So you're quite right, it was a good strategy from Harrison. Just saw Murray opening the face, intending to slice, and snuck in. Caused Murray to go for a little extra width, 15 all.
30-15.
Good response.
Ball to 15.
Well, Harrison perhaps not doing enough again with the second serve return, and then ultimately framing a forehand. So 2 set points now for the number 4 seed.
Murray giving him a chance there. A couple of times that forehand, the second forehand especially, set it up with one. There's Lendl. Sitting there, not too many emotions. Thought he might have the floppy hat going. Didn't bring that out. I mean, it's pretty hot out here. Normally,
The Legionnaires hat that he used to wear.
Used to wear it all the time.
He did.
Surprised it isn't gold. Bring it back.
Murray with one more opportunity. That's wide, so Murray digging deep. Takes this second set. We're all tied up.
6 games to 3, 1 set all.
The unforced error stat from Harrison, a little higher than he would have liked. Murray changing that stat around, 12 winners and 6 unforced errors. He was very miserly in that regard, and that's quite typical of the way Murray plays, tries to minimize his errors. second set highlights, Roger.
Yeah, look, it was very good quality tennis. Andy Murray probably kept the same type of tennis. He was still pretty tight, and I just think Ryan Harrison just came off a fraction, but there wasn't much in it, to be perfectly honest. It was a very telling first 10 or 15 minutes of that set.
Yeah, just that one service break that went for a long, long time. And that was part of that game.
Time.
Well, it's looking like a long afternoon's work for both of these players. Hour and 38 minutes, and nothing really to separate them at this point.
Jeff, that set going for 46 minutes. 51 was the first one. That probably had more of the extended rallies. So you're thinking it's definitely going to be a plus 3-hour match, you would have thought, unless there was a runaway set here. But right now, at the moment, you can't really see it. I would have thought Andy's going to stay at this level. There's no sign of him falling away. And to be whether Ryan Harrison could actually just stick with him here and just compete like he has.
Well, the benefit of serving first in the third set. And if you can keep holding, keep that one game ahead, it makes life certainly more uncomfortable for the opponent.
Love 15.
It's hard for Harrison because you feel like there is no breathing room. There's no place to go as far as to get a break.
And Morris challenger call to the right, service line, the ball's called in.
There's going to be extended rallies. He can play most of the shots. He's not going to give away a lot of free points. Fourth ace for Harrison, 3 for Murray for the... Sorry, 6 for Murray for the match. Married that up with his 4th double fault, so he's all square in the serving department. Andy Murray has 3, 2 in that really crucial game in the first set, which you spoke about, Jeff.
Fabulous point. Little good fortune initially from Murray.
15, Bolton.
You see, it was a great shot, but when the player's right at the net and they understand how to cover the net, all that was needed was a ball to drop over. Sort of feels like just in this game has opened the whole match up, hasn't it? Yeah,
Harrison perhaps just emotionally and mentally not quite where he needs to be. 15-40. So it doesn't do enough with the first volley and gets penalised. And Murray,
first game,
as Roger Rashid mentioned earlier, so used to the length of these matches, physically and emotionally. And Harrison, by comparison, just dipping in and out a fraction now mentally. A couple of loose shots that are really just mental errors. And Murray quick to pounce, and his supporters there very pleased about that.
Well, that's what makes the tennis, isn't it? Bit of enthusiasm in the crowd. It's been a warm day. They do a great job here sitting out there. This is a packed house.
Something that's always been a part of the Australian Open, hasn't it? Just
Yeah.
the crowds getting involved, supporting their respective players in a very good-natured way. So Murray now making the first statement in this third set. 1-love.
Love 15.
It'll be interesting to see, from our point of view, what Ryan Harrison decides to do from this point on. He's played his best tennis in the first set. Got that set under his belt. Has come off the ball here. Just a fraction. Not a lot. He's thrown a lot of heavy punches, done a lot of work physically. Andy Murray has gained in confidence. Feels like he has things under control right now. And he's young, Ryan Harrison. Be interesting to see if he can just keep at it here and just dig in, back his game in, or whether he'll go to something else.
Ball to 15. Ball to 13.
Andy Murray playing at a very constant level now, very professional.
2 games to none.
Just recognising that Harrison is just a little bit up and down with his performance. And Murray doing all that he needs to do to get the job done. So it's far from a compelling lead in this third set, but certainly some momentum with Murray.
The fifth ace for Harrison for the match. And it's very confident Andy Murray when he starts to do that. Hits the ball, looks to come in, sneak in and finish that play up at the net. From here he just decided, I'm going to come in. You can see the racket face preparing for a slice from Harrison, so good move, always going to be coming up. Don't know why there's not more of it on the tour.
Just starting to become a little frustrated and agitated is Harrison.
Ryan Harrison's challenge the call at the left first line. The ball's called out. Second serve.
Just get the feeling here, Roger, this is a really important stage. He's got to hang on here, Harrison, otherwise this third set could slip away quickly.
Yeah, it'll be a runaway train, I That's just testing, isn't it? You know, he asks you a lot of questions, Andy Murray. That's why he's fallen the world. That's why he's been as high as 2. It's why he's been in the final here for the last 2 years, because he makes you. You've got to answer a lot of questions on the court. You've got to play at a high level to beat him. And Harrison did that for about 55 minutes.
Perfect miss-hit smash.
Deuce.
Even the ball didn't know where it was going. Here's the lob.